So I think we should probably talk about Space Opera September. I don't know if you guys can hear the crickets. They are lovely, and tonight's like, it's one of those like perfect end of summer nights where like it's cool and the world just feels like it's at peace, and like you could go outside and have a bonfire if you wanted. Like, it's one of those nights. So let's go ahead and let's talk about what I'm reading for Space Opera September. If you aren't familiar with Space Opera September, it is being hosted by Thomas at SFF 180. Do you want to say hi? This is Soren. He wants to be an astronaut, don't you? I've been looking everywhere on Amazon for an astronaut helmet for his Halloween costume because everyone in this household is required to wear a Halloween costume. If you find a good one, send me the link. So Thomas over at SFF 180 has started this new thing called Space Opera September. And as a space opera fan, I of course am pretty pumped. Fun fact, I also got to voice Commander Wink for his announcement video, so like I felt super cool. And I figured, since I was planning for this at Worldcon, what better way than to let Worldcon attendees pick my TBR? In short, the real end-all be-all of the challenges is to read 4 books. Primarily, you're looking for books written by women or people of color, or that are novellas, that all fall under the general category that is space opera. So, here's some lovely Worldcon folks, and they're gonna give me the books to read.
Hi guys, it's Bree. It is Saturday of Con, and we have a mission today. Today and through Monday, I'm going to be going around and seeing if people can help me pick out my Space Opera September TBR. I don't know if anyone's gonna have any good suggestion, but God, I'd hope. I mean, we are at the nerd capital of, well, temporarily Ireland.
Hey guys, I found my first suggester. This is Adri. Adri, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi, my name's Adri. I'm a writer for Nerds of a Feather Flock Together. Also for Adri Joy Reads, but don't go there because I haven't updated it in ages. But hello.
And Adri's going to give me a recommendation for Space Opera September.
Great. So my recommendation is Ancestral Night by Elizabeth Bear. It came out earlier this year, but it's been quite a long time coming. It's kind of been described as like a big idea space opera, so it's got a lot, particularly about like so mental health and psychological things, and it follows this protagonist who is hanging out on a ship with her friend and her other friend, who's also the spaceship's AI, and they're salvagers, and they go to salvage something, and then it all goes horribly wrong, and Hamey, who's the protagonist, discovers things about her past that she didn't realise had been kind of altered out of her through this society's like psychological manipulations, basically. So it's really big, really cool. Elizabeth Bear is amazing. Yeah, so Elizabeth Bear is amazing in everything she writes, fantasy or science fiction, so you should definitely check it out.
Awesome. Well, I've been looking forward to Ancestral Night for a while. I've had a lot of people like hint that I should read it, so sounds good to me. I'll check in with you guys later. Bye!
Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Kat. I'm a writer, superfan, film critic, stuff, things, and other stuff. Book recommendation for you, Nancy Kress's Tomorrow's Kin, which is book 1 in Yesterday's Kin trilogy, is a really interesting kind of near future, what would happen if aliens arrived who were nice, but humans wouldn't trust them. And then also space travel eventually, I think. I haven't read books 2 and 3 yet. So spoilers, maybe.
Hi, I'm Pete Franklin. I'm a bookseller based in Glasgow. If you're looking for a really good space opera, I am going to be very unsurprising and recommend Aliette Godard. I'm not going to recommend the Female Family Detective because that is not quite the kind of space opera that I think you're looking for. I'm going to recommend On the Red Station Drifting, which is beautifully written, really interesting Vietnamese-inspired space opera set in Julia universe. Fantastic read. It's a novella, so it's quite short. It packs a real punch and does really interesting things with the genre and with the ideas in the genre.
So the only prompt that I held back from people at Worldcon was the prompt to pick a space opera that was over 500 pages. And this was because I wanted my patrons to get to participate. They get to pick out a book on my TBR every month, but I wanted to have them be a part of my Space Opera September. I'd had 3 on the poll for the month, and that included Megan O'Keefe's newest space opera, a space opera by Adrian Tchaikovsky that you've probably heard of called The Children of Time, and then the one I was most excited for and had my fingers like super double crossed, that is for Do You Dream of Terra 2. This is by Temi O, and it's a Saga press release. This is about a group of travelers who go on a long-term space mission to go to one of the nearest inhabitable planets. And there's kind of this crazy lady a long time ago who predicted that they would land there and create a utopia. They're stuck in this ship together for 23 years with like no one else to depend on. And of course, space opera things ensue. And I've really been looking forward to it. It's one of those books that caught my eye and then I never really have been able to look away too long, and so I'm really glad that this was picked for my read for the month. But of course, if I'm being honest, living in a world where I have 5 things on my TBR, 2 of them are novellas and 1 is an audiobook, is probably not going to sustain me for the month. So I went ahead and I picked out a couple of other books too. And some of these play, I think, really well into the space opera theme. So first and foremost, you can't tell because the dust jacket is off, but I have a copy of To Be Taught If Fortunate. This is the new space opera novella by Becky Chambers. I love Becky Chambers. I find her works just very like uplifting in spirit. And I think that that's really, it's a quality that I need more of in my life. I decided to pick up Ice. This is by Anna Kavan. And this is a kind of what if nuclear war happens story in keeping with the small books and also the books that I got in Ireland theme. This whole shelf is all books that I have to read, but they're new and I just got them and they make me miss my friends. So I'm going with a lot of the Ireland books right now. I would ask for you to bear with me or to forgive me or some sort of tropism like that, but I'm an adult. I do what I want. I'm going to try to pick up, if I get around to it, The Question Mark by Muriel Yeager. Yeager was a contemporary of George Orwell and Aldous Huxley, writing kind of between the two of them, and I'm very interested because this is a dystopian novel that's kind of in that same vein, but from a woman's perspective, I guess. You know, it is a story crafted by women, which I'm intrigued to see what she would have been thinking about at the time. And then the last thing I have is Teen Titans Raven by Cami Garcia, because I need a little joy in my life, and who doesn't love Raven? She's like the best Teen Titan. Don't at me, I'll fight you. So there you go. These are the books that I am reading this month. We're using my phone as a stand-in for Audible and Kindle right now. But let me know if you're doing Space Opera September. Let me know what you're reading for it. Hit me up on the Goodreads group. I'm hoping to be pretty active there. And of course, I'm always active on Twitter. I'm really looking forward to this and to seeing kind of how my Space Opera September journey works out. Do I go for the Commander Wink? Or do these all kind of, do I have enough variation to fit into the Space Pirates? I'm leaning Space Pirates, if you can't tell. You guys know the drill. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe. If you want to support me in other places, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, like I mentioned previously, I have a Patreon page. Patrons get access to early videos and get to help me pick out my TBR for the month. I hope you guys are having a fantastic reading week. It's so pretty. I've got all of the windows open, and so after I'm done editing this, I'm gonna go ahead and just sit like on my couch in front of the windows. I'm gonna finish this Becky Chambers novella. I won't lie to you. I hope you have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.